And another beautiful day in Durango, Colorado. We have a 1984 Vanagon that this 2002 Legacy harness is going into. We're gonna clip off the stuff we don't need and de-tape the entire thing. There we go, got everything stripped off, so now you just literally weed. So you'll just take loose wires and pull them out. Ones that go to nowhere, and you can do this anywhere. You can do this on the hood of your car in your Volkswagen that you're going to be swapping over to Subaru, whatever. Just have fun with it. That's why I'm doing these videos. Just, you can do it. And hit me up if you're concerned or worried about certain things you come across. I'm happy to help. There we go, got the unused wires stripped out, and this one came from an automatic transmission vehicle, so you're gonna have a whole lot of automatic transmission wires that will identify from the pinout. You can grab that at Busaru.com and just click on info, and you're left with a box that you can reuse some of these wires for extensions or other projects. So we got our ECM connectors, we've got our main relay and our fuel pump relay, test mode and OBD2, our engine plugs, and our O2 sensors. Now we'll identify stuff. All right, so once you've gotten the pinout from Busaru.com, you can label everything. I've already labeled here. This pile, well, you're gonna end up with several piles. You're going to have piles that you know go places and piles that you know do not go anywhere, such as this pile here. This one is a lot of automatic transmission wires that we're not going to use because we're not using a Subaru automatic transmission. These guys are sensor wires that were plugged into the they're sensor grounds, that is, that were plugged into this ground and sensor shield bus. So depin that guy. And these guys here go to things like tachometer, test mode, vehicle speed sensor. This one is for the fuel pump relay. And this pile here goes to the code killer, which eliminates nuisance trouble codes. So now I'm going to depin these guys and repurpose a couple for neutral position switch, starter switch, and the AC switch. This guy right here. This is how to depin the JAE style ECM connectors found in Subaru late 90s to mid 2000s. I'm taking this white red that was originally used for the automatic transmission, and I pulled the starter switch wire and I'm repinning this guy to this white red. So that's in there now, and I'm going to do something similar with the neutral position switch, this white black, and I'm going to repin it to enter the code killer because this isn't quite long enough and the other wiring is something like 12 gauge, which is a bit big. Now left with two piles, code killer and the pile that goes somewhere. And here's our depin to action. And I reused some of these on this center connector for things like start, neutral position switch, AC, and then I also, of note, used this pink wire for the transmission ID. So we ground this in Subaru conversions in which you are not using a Subaru automatic transmission. Now I'm going to go ahead and get these routed to where they need to go. And now we more or less have everything routed how we want. So we've got our relays, which branch off of the main trunk here, sort of near the ECM. Got our code killer wires. Got our wires that go to places near the relays. We have some stuff we need to shorten up. We have our wires that are going to go through the grommet and make their way to the black box in the Vanagon. We have our engine connectors and O2. I like to split them off. And we have our oil pressure switch and water temp gauge. And those are going to go to the black box. And now I'm going to go ahead and, for example, this white wire here. See, it didn't go to anything. So now it's got this bridge right here. This isn't long enough to re-terminate at the engine connectors, and we're just gonna get rid of this splice and do a butt splice right in here. And same with the red wire. The main trunk is mostly cleaned up. This is VSS, just need to tie that in. I'm gonna leave these until the end. These are grounds and ignition on source. And going to start working on cleaning up the relay pile. I like to shorten up these pins from the ECM and throw a little bit of a service loop whenever we have a change of direction. So from ECM, swing around to this leg, and you can see I've got it right here. This wire, gonna re-terminate that guy using these pins, and same with the fuel pump relay. There we go, a lot cleaner, and we have a bit of a service loop slash stress relief. And if you don't have those pins, terminals rather, you can just loop it in the harness, that's fine. The relay cluster is shaping up, definitely cleaned up a little. Also did test mode and the OBD2 connector, and going to replace the battery positive and the fuel pump wires on the fuel pump relay. Relays are all set. Shortened up some stuff. We still have ignition on and the grounds to worry about. Grounds have been shortened up. And I like to throw the main relay, the code killer, and the vehicle speed sensor on just the chassis ground right near the ECM. Now going to tackle the ignition on circuit. Coming in for a landing here. Things are shaping up. The main trunk is looking pretty good. We've got the ignition switch for the ECM. We've got ignition connection for the fuel pump, one for the code killer. This big 18 gauge is for the ignition switch going to the actual switch up front. We have one for the vehicle speed sensor and one for the brown engine connector, pin 4. Now it's time to wire up the vehicle speed sensor and the code killer. Code killer and vehicle speed sensor and the resistor for the Volkswagen Vanagon coolant gauge. So like the water temperature gauge, we've got a 30 ohm resistor in there. And if you double it back on itself, it won't provide a whole lot of stress on that guy. So that's what we've done. And so now it's time to start covering. So I'm gonna start at the ECM and work my way toward the engine connectors. All right, the interior or dry side is all wrapped up, and switching over to the wet side. Now, before you cover it up, what I'd suggest is taking this Subaru plastic tape off and putting some mastic in there and then recovering it. That way it's more like Subaru's connections. They have a mastic in here on the wet side. Got the wet side all organized and basically ready for the outer covering. Got our black box, O2 sensors, and engine connectors. Looks like I missed a spot right there. Throw some Kapton there just to hold it in place. And I always like to throw an extra layer of protection on the O2s and near the engine with the Kapton tape. Just, you know, whatever we can do to prevent wire heat degradation, the better. Plus, at any junction that you're going to be using a heat gun, it's probably a good idea. And there we have it. ECU with the interior covering. We've got the relays, chassis ground test, the code killer. We have the Subaru grommet with some heat shrink, and so I'm going to leave that for the installer so that they can move it around a bit. We've got the split braided loom, vehicle speed sensor. We've got wiring to the black box. This is an early Vanagon. We've got the O2 sensors and the engine plugs. That's that. Thanks for watching another one. Hopefully, if you're doing this combination, 84 Vanagon, 2002 Legacy, this will help. It'll be, you know, translatable to just about any VW or chassis in that matter. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Busaru at busaru.com. Lots of information on the website. And you can grab your diagrams, pinouts, my contact information if you get stuck, need a little help. Happy to help. All right, I'll catch you on the next one.